Well, hello, party people. It's Friday at 3 p.m. and I know where you are. You're in our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Newegg. I'm Steve.
I'm Jenny.
And she's totally unprepared for this. I'm sorry about that, Jenny.
I think it's a bad time to mention I had too much broccoli for lunch.
Oh my God, that's right. Yeah, we had dim sum for lunch, and our own Mr. Lamb was trying to congratulate us on a very successful year and feed us well in our bellies. And I got kind of sleepy myself, Jenny. I know I seem energized right now. That's because the body's moving fast and the brain, it's not working right now.
I'm not so much tired as I might just have to run away from you very quickly. For no apparent reason at all.
That'd be great. What if you just like hid underneath the table and just asked me whenever it's done, let me know. That'd be great. So we gotta. Yeah. So we're gonna have a great show for you guys today. I kind of want to start out with something really cool that was brought to my attention by some friends on Twitter. I hadn't had a chance to check out the tech yet, but according to them and what I saw in the intro, Logan kind of made a little mention to me, which is thank you very much, Logan, if you're in the chat right now or watching the show at some point in the future. Basically, what ended up happening was I sent a little package to him. It was an NVIDIA bottle opener. I don't drink much beer, but I know that Logan is quite a fan of it. So I thought, what the heck? That guy could probably use it a lot better than me. But what was interesting was that he asked for a video card. So who are we to deny Logan a video card?
Yeah, we send people video cards all the time.
Dude, they just like, I have 2 or 3 in my back pocket right now. It's just the only way I can sit evenly with my wallet.
We let them walk in and graze the wall of wonderfulness, and then we send them?
We sent them an ATI Radeon 9200 PCI card. Not PCI Express, mind you. Not AGP. No, this was very old. And I'm glad he got that. That was fun. That was fun to have a little joke with him about that. But Jenny, you actually wanted to share something else.
Oh yeah, we got a little bit of an announcement. We heard a rumor, and it really is only strong speculation at this point,
right,
that Asus's own JJ is going to be in the house on Monday. So our new set will be unveiled that we've been working on, which is why I look kind of homeless.
Jenny and Paul have been working very hard on this. I mean, planning the whole thing. Jenny's budgeting skills are top notch. Oh, they're awesome. What are you talking about? Yeah, so she's doing this all for a few pesos. That's pretty much what she was offered to do this. The rest of it's just completely on her dime. So no, but really, they're not going to reimburse you, Jenny. I'm sorry. Did I just mention that live? So yeah, so that is happening, and I can't wait to show you guys that. I know Jenny can't wait either.
Yeah, so our first interview filmed on the new set will hopefully be with JJ from Asus, and I know a lot of you have been begging for him to be back here, and we have missed him as well. Yes. But he's been taking it a little slower this year, which is good because he had way too much on his plate in the past, and his health suffered for it. So we're really glad that he's pacing himself. But we do want to see him. We miss him. He hasn't been here since October. Yeah, absolutely. We haven't seen him in quite a while, actually. So, and Nick, if you're coming and you're watching, then that's great too. I mean, that's going to be awesome. But we really want JJ. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, let's move right along into the stories. Unless you take us out to somewhere nice for lunch.
Yeah, you could do that, Nick. That'd be awesome. All right, let me take us in. Let me take us out on impulse. So the very first story here, actually, Kyle was awesome, and he had a little extra time and threw together some stories for me. This one is one of them. So Grand Theft Auto 5 Plus Goat Simulator equals chaos. Essentially, what you're looking at here is a monkey driving a vehicle onto the sidewalk in a forced loop in a probably a. Yes, this is amazing. So basically what this is because Grand Theft Auto 5 has not come out for the PC, people have created this, I will quote it, hybrid Frankenstein monster made out of spare parts from GTA, Tokyo Jungle, and Goat Simulator. So yes, you can see here, guys, that GTA 5 would be amazing if you were able to have a monkey to look like a monkey, I should say, and drive a vehicle around running people over. I can't wait. That'll be fun. But I think there's not really much to say about that, except for you, Jenny. Are you excited to play something like GTA 5 that has been like something we played that's not really new, but something we can play?
Oh yeah, on PC, I would like that.
Yeah, would you enjoy that?
I like GTA 5 because I like to go around stealing cars. I like to try to steal the nicest cars I can until I get the Bugatti, and then I drive it around all day. And I love all the hacks, and I love all like the secret codes and stuff, but I don't really care to play through the storyline.
Not really your cup of tea, right?
Yeah, I'm
just
not
live in the
really
world.
into torturing people, so not really a thing. Something has happened.
That's a lot. Something has happened where...
Oh, never mind. We're
okay.
good.
Nothing has happened.
Nothing has happened.
Nothing has happened. Have for you guys next. Actually, this is something that you have for them next.
This is mine. Yeah, this is pretty cool. I like to sneak in a little bit of a science article here and there when we can find them.
I enjoy that.
And this one is a ancient caribou hunting site discovered beneath Lake Huron.
No way.
We have found a 9,000-year-old evidence of civilization underneath our own Lake Huron in Michigan.
No kidding.
And basically they have found what Eddie Izzard would call a series of small walls. If any of you have ever watched any of Eddie Izzard's stand-up comedy,
no,
that's funny.
Okay. It was lost on me, but I'm sure it's great.
So, I don't know, I think it's funny because they're like, we think it was used to corral caribou. So they found a wall under the lake and decided based on that
I like that.
It was used to corral caribou, where they would then shoot them and eat them.
Shoot them with what? How old is this? Oh, spears. Okay.
9,000 years old.
Okay, so there's no gunpowder. Okay, I was thinking shoot. You know, that's just my mindset.
Like spear, like.
That's pretty cool.
Arrow.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay.
Or maybe they just had a petting zoo.
Yeah, we'll just put the caribou in here so that we keep them close to us because we don't want all the other apex predators out there to eat them.
Yeah.
Like, we want to protect them and let them, live a healthy, long life in a makeshift zoo.
A wind shelter.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely.
It's cold up there.
I would imagine. It's not going to get much warmer. Not in 9,000 years. I don't know. I'm just kidding. Moving right along. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare trailer launches, and guess what? Kevin Spacey's in it, which is cool. But on top of that, Kevin Spacey is like modeled exactly after Kevin Spacey. There's no. That's not Kevin Spacey, is it? No, that is
him. Eye bags and everything.
Yeah, they kept the eye bags. You're right. Yeah.
Like, we're not gonna make him look younger. Why should we help this guy out?
Yeah, no kidding. So I don't know what you guys think about this. I think some other news you might want to know about this is that they've also launched it via a new developer. So there's now 3 developers working with Activision to create Call of Duty, the Call of Duty
500.
franchise. Yeah, 500. Yeah. So that happened. I still have yet to watch the trailer, but this is sort of like blocking
For anybody who watches House of Cards, this is amusing because Kevin Spacey's character Frank plays Call of Duty in House of Cards to unwind.
That's totally true. He absolutely does. I'm trying to find the name of the newcomer. I forget what its name is. It's something gaming. Is that? Oh well, somebody in chat fill me in because I know what it is. I just can't remember off the top of my head, and I am completely exhausted. But really, I have a question for this.
Thank you, Ethan. I think I look okay.
Aww.
I've been working.
He's giving you compliments?
Yeah, I said I looked very nice today.
Aw, that's so sweet.
I'm wearing my super nerdy Neverwinter t-shirt.
Nice. That's very, yeah, I remember when we got that.
At Comic-Con.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just curious. I have a question that goes along with this story. Do you guys care about another Call of Duty? Ches, I'll have you be the voice of the people.
Hell no!
Hell no, says the people. I will give you guys 4 seconds to catch up, though. Ches, just jump in at any given time when they start yelling about how much they hate Call of Duty or how much they love it. Yeah, and don't sway the vote, sir. I know you have some personal feelings on the matter. So Jenny, I think I should take us out to the next story.
No.
Even with Kevin Spacey in it.
Kevin Spacey isn't going to sway you guys for your video games? I can be honest, I'm not surprised, but I kind of wonder if it was because he plays it so much and they're like, you know what, this guy really likes our game. Let's just bring him into the next title. It's going to be futuristic, Kevin. You're going to love it. I don't like it. I hate everything after Modern Warfare 1. It's probably what he said. No, I'm kidding. Okay, but I'm going to bring you into the next story, Jenny. You are going to talk to us about something from The Verge. What's happening here?
I don't know. Hang on. Sorry.
Did I grab it out of order? I could have completely.
Or I could have completely missed that story when I was going through my tabs.
Let me read it real quick while you get caught up. Explore the hidden Japanese village where dolls replace the departed. Jesus, that's actually really morbid.
Creepy.
God, I was saying it like a joke at first, and I realized this is probably somewhere, like some place where there's just this massive loss of life.
Hang on, I'm watching the video. There's a video.
Jenny's getting filled in on the story. Let me continue reading.
What?
So,
when I make dolls of dead people, I think about them when they were alive and healthy.
Where's this video? Maybe I should just play this for them. Oh, there we go. Let me just play this for you guys. And you guys.
Dolls are like my children.
Yeah, it should be muted still. It is. Okay.
Wow. It's a whole classroom full of kids. I'm guessing this is somewhere near Tohoku.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, where the Fukushima disaster was.
So we'll have a somber note here.
Okay, so now that we're no longer having fun,
yeah. Oh man,
check that out sometime, you guys.
That is like, look at that. That's like a bicyclist who was killed, and then they just like made a dude to represent him.
I'm gonna have nightmares tonight. That's great.
You know, I kind of imagine them moving at night in like a weird,
Shikoku,
creepy.
Japan.
Wow,
the village of Nagoro. This remote location has led its residents to leave for big cities and search for work. So it's a ghost town.
Okay. So they left, not because people died. Oh, good.
Yeah,
I could have played some somber music there and really screwed you up.
One person living there is forever alone and has decided to make some friends.
That's terrifying.
I do not want to live anywhere. I'm glad this guy lives in a town by himself because I don't want to be near him. I would wake up somehow sewn with my mouth closed and like...
buttons for eyes.
Yeah,
It'd be like Coraline. Oh my God.
Like sitting there, like...
All right, next story, come on.
Yeah, this is turned into a nightmare, Jenny. Who got this story for you? Rachel. Thank you, Rachel.
Thank you, Rachel.
Okay, so I found this interesting. This is lightreading.com. I haven't vetted this story. I apologize, guys, but basically it's just a really quick one. Apparently, Cox Cable is now going for gigabit services for those out there that are interested in sticking with the cable and going with that particular speed. So, as compared to maybe some others you've heard of out there, like Google Fiber and the like. It looks like for the the gigabit rollout, I almost said the Google rollout, Jesus. For the gigabit rollout, Cox hasn't specified which technologies it will use, but a spokesperson tells Light Reading that the service will rely on portions of Cox's existing network in addition to newer fiber infrastructure. So I know in Santee, they used fiber optics there for Cox, and that's actually, I believe, one of the first locations that cable modems actually started. But continue on, it looks like they're going to upgrade to, let's see, the operator will use the reclaimed bandwidth from roughly 60 analog channels to support upgrades to DOCSIS 3.1 technology. So bada boom, bada bing, Cox is trying to hook you guys up with gigabit internet. I'm not sure if you're interested or not, but there it is. Let's see, Jenny, can I force you into the next story?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Okay, good.
So I'm really excited about this one because I take a lot of pictures with my phone.
Good.
And actually, my dad is an amateur photographer, and he reads a lot of photography blogs and stuff. And one he reads by a famous photographer. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he was sitting, doing an interview with a reporter, and he had all his cameras out on the table. And the camera said, the reporter said, which camera, is the best camera for somebody to have?
Right.
And he pulls out his phone, and he said, this one, because you always have it with you. And
they focus really fast.
Yeah, and so I really took that to heart. And this article touches base on Samsung revealing the Galaxy K Zoom, which incorporates a point-and-shoot style lens into the back of the camera. And then it also has a lot of other really cool features, like a selfie alarm, which cracks me up. But
when you first said that, before you define what it is, when you first said that, my first thought was, selfie alarm. I see two girls over in the corner. Beep, 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 selfie alarm. Now I can go over and like crash the selfie real quick, because I would do that. You guys know I would do that.
Yeah, you just always give you the opportunity to photobomb other people's selfies.
That is the selfie alarm I need, Jenny. But please tell everybody else the letdown, which is the real selfie alarm.
You don't want a selfie alarm. You want a selfie sonar.
Yeah. Batman would love this.
Selfie tracking device. Okay. So basically what it does is you pick on the back or on your screen or whatever, right, where you want your face to end up in the picture, in the frame. And then you point it at yourself, you know, you're doing your selfie.
Doing a little selfie action.
And once you've gotten your face into that point, it will alert you so that you stop moving, and then it'll take 3 pictures for you, and you can pick the best one. I think that's really cool.
I think that's awesome.
Also, it had some app tips for how to frame a picture. So,
good.
Like in the
thirds lines?
camera app, it'll actually show you like, the
Ideal
thirds
locations.
lines, ideal location. It had a pro tip button, so you could like get pro tips for how to frame the picture up, or light balancing, or
so what if it's like a
what
dual?
a pro would recommend for like your exposure values and stuff like that.
What if it's a dual selfie? Like, would it like go, oh, okay, you should be on this thirds
like
and I should
faces?
be on...
I'm sure you could probably set it up to recognize 2 faces.
Yeah, because I would want to break it. I want to continually add faces until it can't do the selfie anymore.
Like,
and the selfie alarm's just like, just take the goddamn picture.
Well, what you could do is say, like, if there's going to be a bunch of people in the picture and you're going to hold the phone like this, right? You know that your face is going to be over here somewhere, so you want to make sure you're in the picture. You push here, selects that, then when you're in the picture, you must have everybody else because they're over on this side, and then beep, 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 and 3 pictures.
I used to be pretty good at the selfie with the wifey, and like kind of like, because you know you want it to like perpendicular to your face or whatever angle you want it to shoot at, and so I would do that a lot to the point where I felt like I was pretty good at it. But clearly the selfie alarm is a better experience for those out there that want to go that direction with it.
I've never been good at the selfie thing.
The selfie thing is just
freak elbows.
Yeah, is it? What do you mean, like an elbow to the face freak elbow?
Like I freak elbow.
Whoa! Ready? It's broken! I broke it! You listen to me, Jenny! Okay, my angle, that looks a lot worse. Maybe I couldn't line it up right for that.
I think it probably looks bad no matter
do that thing you do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
do
here's
that.
the insides of my elbows with the outsides of my hands. I don't think they can see it, but...
The Ches selfie alarm just went off. The freaky elbow Ches alarm just went off. That was scary.
That looked hilarious. I just saw it on the delay.
And that's
just
what
like,
I saw.
wait for it.
Oh my God, that's great. Here it comes. Oh, my face is perfect. God, we should not be looking at the monitor and then repeating that. It's like I'm in this.
Guys.
No, it's fine. It's fine. We should look at our reactions to our reactions. And
I'm not good at selfies. Not with me. Not with anybody.
Yeah, the elbow gets in the way apparently. It just
just
shoots
like the
up at an angle.
What's your next story?
It's freaking me out over here. Well, this should lighten the mood. Here's a praying mantis on Discovery News or Discovery.com, given the world's tiniest 3D glasses, which I feel like
they're so cute.
Yeah, he's like, it's like that picture of Paul when he has the NVIDIA glasses he's putting on his face. Every time I look at him, I always think they're like Lokes or some like gangster glasses.
Yeah.
I used to ask him about them all the time. Keep wondering if the story would change, but no, it's always the NVIDIA 3D glasses. This guy does not look as cool as Paul though. Also, I kind of feel like they just took tinted like the tint that you put on glass, right? That little film, and then they just cut it out with scissors, and then they just like put it on its little face.
And he's like, hey.
Yeah. What's screwed up, if you look really close to this picture, guys, is the antenna on the left side of his head is like stuck to the freaking lens, and I just feel like we're slowly. I mean, it's an insect, granted, all right, but it clearly probably feels pain. So I'm like,
why did they decide to put?
Yeah, so that's why I need to continue on the story.
That specific insect.
So British neuroscientists recently outfitted praying mantises with a, I'm surprised it's not praying manti. I don't know why it's not, but I guess praying mantises. Okay, praying mantises with a little pair of 3D glasses. They wanted to see if the insects would be tricked by 3D images, like humans watching a blockbuster in 3D. I'm still not tricked by 3D images. I'm nauseated by them more than anything else. But so praying mantisae have stereoscopic vision, unlike most invertebrates, which makes them sophisticated hunters, the ideal subjects for this team from Newcastle University, who I wish made Newcastle beer, led by vision scientist Jenny Reed. She said by putting on the 3D glasses on the mantises and faking them out, Reed and her colleagues wanted to learn more about the vision. So a little hat trick, I guess, there. Yeah, so very interesting, right?
So now Now what movie should all the mantises get together and
It's got to be ants, right?
Ants.
Doesn't it? Like, why would you show, what's a good one for the praying mantis to watch that would be like maybe a quintessential video for a bug? I don't know. I imagine
Bug's Life.
Bug's Life. Jesus,
Bug's Life.
Is that what I meant to say before? What's ants? Is ants a
Ants
thing?
is that weird one.
Probably some scary
Ants
movie
was
that you
weird.
Okay.
It's like, they got blown up and like one of their heads came off. They were still talking. I was like, what kind of cartoon is this?
It's showing kids life doesn't matter.
I
You
don't
can
know,
kill
maybe-
anything you want.
Maybe they might like Wreck-It Ralph or something.
Wreck-It Ralph might work. I still haven't seen that yet.
I think praying mantises would resonate with like the villain characters feeling wrongly vilified, because praying mantises are actually really hopeful bugs.
Yeah, praying mantis'sessess.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
they
make
do
a
good
word up
things.
for praying manti. Okay, so I'm moving along to the next story, which is seems pretty serious, Jenny. Puzzle Pieces, $19. Puzzle Pieces own $19 tablets help children with autism learn social skills.
Oh yeah, so we're at the tail end of the month of the autistic child. I think it ended April 30th.
Okay.
But April was the Autism Children's Month, and so we found a lot of stories this month actually on tech that helps autistic children. And Rachel showed me this story. It's about a company called Puzzle Pieces, and they are manufacturing Android-based tablets that will run apps that help children with autism develop social skills and also spatial reasoning skills and things like that. And so it's really cool because they're only $19, so the families, you know, that can't afford to buy their kid a tablet, which a lot of families can't. Tablets are certainly a luxury item.
I have to agree with you.
Can buy the tablet for them, and then they can subscribe to the apps, the educational apps, for $19 a month.
Nice. That's really cool.
And so because they don't really, I'm not really sure how it works, but I imagine because they don't actually like really own the tablet, they're kind of just paying for the service, so they probably get free hardware upgrades and stuff over time and things like that, which would be cool.
Yeah, I agree.
But it's helping autistic children learn to focus, learn social skills, you know, positive reasoning skills and things like that. And I think this month, the stories that we have done for Yoked and stuff like that have helped me realize like what autism really is and how it affects people and how there's different levels of autism. And I certainly have learned a lot, and I'm definitely becoming more and more of an advocate for the cause since learning about it.
I like that movie Temple Grandin. I can't remember the name of the movie. Is it just her name? Because I can't remember off the top of my head. But basically, woman's autistic. She's trying to cope with college and university life, and essentially, you know, the story goes on that she basically helps design the way slaughterhouses work, and I guess like the cattle industry in general affected the entire cattle industry. She's like the reason that because when she goes to one of them, she could hear the sound of all the cows mooing, and it was so overwhelming for her she couldn't concentrate or focus on anything people were talking about. And the ranchers were like, yeah, they moo a lot. And she's like, no, they don't, because she was familiar with them. She knew what they're like when they're grazing. They don't make that much noise, and because she's so attuned to it. Right. And so, but they're freaking out. And so she realized that, then she designed a way for them to go, I guess, in a circle, because they don't want to be herded in a straight line when they're scared. They'd rather go in a circle. I guess that was one of the things that she discovered. And but bottom line is it ended up making the meat that is butchered taste better, because there's less adrenaline in the muscles, which would cause it to be tougher. So and a more humane way, I guess, to kill the animals, which is good. I don't like suffering.
That's interesting. And also like that simulator that we looked at Yoked. I don't know if anyone caught that episode of Yoked, but there's a couple good simulators out there on YouTube that you can check out that simulates what an average, like, or not an average, but like an autistic person would experience doing something like going to a playground and playing with other children, or watching a really loud, kind of crazy looking movie.
I want to imagine it's just a hammer hitting you in the face over and over again.
Yeah, the simulator that is at the playground, basically what happens is the closer you get to the other children, the louder and more incoherent the noise gets, but also because autistic people, their sound and their sight are so linked together, as the sounds get more distorted and overwhelming, so does the image. They actually can't really see what's in front of them anymore.
Which makes sense sometimes, because I've tutored and worked with autistic people before, and the young woman I was working with, it was difficult for her to make eye contact with me a lot, and that makes a lot of sense. I just figured she was just overwhelmed with everything, so every time we would go into her studies about whatever we were going to talk about, I'd help her to de-stress, defocus on what she was doing, take a breath, and then go into it as soon as she's ready. But to tell her that she has all the time in the world. You don't have to. This is not like life or death. And she was actually amazing. She started at a very low level in mathematics and went all the way through all the calculus and then into physics. I was just blown away by how much she could absorb. Very intelligent young woman. So.
But anyway, so companies like Puzzle Pieces, developing these types of apps and certainly contributing to the awareness of the situation, I think, is excellent and definitely much needed.
I completely agree. Anything that would help someone that's having that kind of difficulty just with standard everyday life, and having that understanding too helps us understand the human brain better and helps us to possibly help ourselves in turn of just society. Like everybody gets the benefit. It's always good. So I'm going to move us along to the next story, Jenny. Actually, before I do that, Twitter. I was going to say Twitters. Who's
tweeting me?
Internet soldier is being hit up by Brian Spaghetti. Thank you very much. Let's see.
Luke Walsh asks me, what gets you out of bed in the morning? Coffee. The need for coffee. It's pretty painful.
My wife's cattle prod. that'll get me out of the leg. Leg's a little sore right afterwards, so getting down the stairs is pretty tough, but getting up, I got this. So yeah. D-Man Duck, you're welcome. That's D-Man Duck's picture in the background. In fact, he's not a human being. He's actually this image. He exists only in AI. I've been programming him for years.
Super creepy.
I've set it up as a server in Ireland, so that's why his IP always comes out of Ireland with everything he does. In fact, D-Man, type in the chat right now, hi, I'm D-Man, Steve's AI. And that will prove it to you guys right now. Ches, double confirm for me. And what would you like to add to that? You're waiting for him to type.
Yes, I am. I'm watching. I'm watching.
Okay, let me see.
I'd like to add that that's a very creepy image in the background. And I am also blocking it for most of our viewers.
Okay.
If I wheel over here.
Oh, there it is. This is the AI that I created. He's a nice guy, though. You guys will get along with him really well. Do you have any other tweets, Jenny?
Someone just said Cheddar Wizzy.
Cheddar Wheezy.
What's a Cheddar Wizzy?
Is that it?
I don't know. I said hello. I don't know if he's talking to me or not.
It's on my Twitters.
I don't know.
Sorry.
That's okay. Robin's messing around with the Chester. Luke Tyler says, why does my application say 32-bit even though I installed 64-bit? Do you have a 32-bit operating system, sir? Because if you do, that might be the reason why it's running the 32-bit version, because you might be installing the 64-bit version, or maybe at some point there's a 32-bit exe that's in it. But it would really probably behoove you to Google it, because I don't know which specific program you're talking about, and even if I did, I might not know that. I think Battlefield 4 is probably a good example of one of those that you actually have to find the 64-bit exe and launch that versus the 32-bit version that starts default. Right, Ches?
Yes.
Yes. You heard it here first. Jenny, you're next.
I don't have anything else. No one tweets to me.
Somebody tweet something to Jenny. She's Gearhead Girl 27, and she is upset with you guys right now, and you just need to let her know that everything's okay. Red War Cube says, I love you guys, but selfies are a blight of the modern age. And
Why? There's two giant polarizing movements about selfies.
That's all I really said. I actually wanted to take a selfie right after he said that. There we go. And okay.
Oliver Jackson
Why did
asks,
that not work?
I don't know.
Because I use the side buttons.
Are non-K Intel processors overclockable?
Non-K ones, yes, they're all overclockable, but the difference is the Ks are completely unlocked, so therefore you can set them to whatever the multiplier you want. The difference is you have to set up the, I'm sorry if you were going to say, I didn't want to talk over you, I apologize.
Okay.
So you can set up the bus.
Sometimes.
You do know stuff. You do know stuff, I'm sorry. I just autopilot to answering if I know it and not if I don't. So you can usually set the bus speed to a different speed. That's basically overclocking the bus of the motherboard, and then that will allow it to overclock the CPU then too. But I have limited knowledge about overclocking, so that's just my layman's version of what I believe is what you need to do. Let's see. Oh, you already answered Luke's question about that. Okay, so now I'm getting caught up to you now. Doop, 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 doop.
And,
yes.
Demand Duck, your AI, has just asked me if I had my dream car, what wheels would I put on it?
Can you send me that link?
Yeah, I'll send you the link and I'll tell you which ones.
Okay. You can just put in the shared document.
Yeah.
While you're doing that, I'm going to answer another question. Let's see. Dimitri Ali says, do you know a program similar to SSD Life that works for USB sticks and or memory cards? Thanks. And actually, I don't. And that's primarily because I'm not familiar with SSD Life, and I'm assuming that's something that's supposed to help with trim or something on an SSD. That's a full guess out of my left field on this, because SSD Life sounds like it's something that will make the life of your SSD last longer, maybe, or something to that effect, which trim doesn't really do, but it maybe improve the performance. USB sticks and memory, since they're both like NAND, I would assume, so therefore something that would help with that. Ches, you familiar with SSD Life?
No, I'm not.
Paul, you familiar with SSD Life?
SSDs are life.
SSDs are life? Okay. Okay, Paul said no. So I apologize. I could probably Google for that later, but I recommend you probably do that first since I'm doing a show.
So I put them up.
Thanks, Dimitri.
Demand Duck, I would choose the Motegi racing wheels.
Ooh, I've heard you talk about them before.
Because they're hot.
Is that why? Because I swear I've heard you talk about them before.
I love them. I like them. I like Ray's Gram lights a lot, and I think on certain application I would put Gram lights on.
Tell them why Gram lights are cool, Jenny.
Because they don't weigh anything.
That's right. They are gram light.
They are super light. Like, you can just pick one up.
You can
I can pick one up with my little girl arms, which are actually much stronger than most little man arms, but I can still.
That is awesome. Yeah. So.
But Gram lights are cool. They're very simple though, and I like Motegi because they put so much style into everything they do.
Anyone
although
in particular
some of them are a little. That one.
This specific model.
That model, yeah. I love that. I love the way the spokes. Thank you. God, it's been a hell of a couple days.
I got you.
The spokes bleed out over the lip.
Oh yeah. I see what you're talking about. Yeah, it kind of just fades into the lip of into the rim of the.
Yeah, those are hot.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I like that, because normally it's just like a straight up 90-degree right into the rim, and that's it, game over. But the other thing I was going to say about Gram lights, being that the rims are lighter, then that means the horsepower that you're trying to put to the ground is now not being used to move the mass of those wheels. It's now just turning them much faster because they're lighter.
Exactly,
so
and I would definitely, if I had something like a Subaru, that I was doing like rally applications on, I would definitely rock the Gram lights. And also, Gram lights just look good on Subarus.
Yeah.
Every Subaru I've ever seen with Gram lights, I'm like, you know what?
They look pretty cool.
I can get into that.
I have no idea how tough and rugged they are, though. I would want something maybe that has a little more flex, because aren't they like mostly carbon fiber, I want to say, or something that doesn't have flex? No, it's not. Okay.
They are fairly soft, but they're not as soft as some cheaper ones like Tenzos or.
So you could still taco a set of those.
Yeah,
just hit them real hard.
I've seen some that are just
cool.
Curb rash to hell, and they still work fine.
So I got a couple more tweeters to go through.
Okay, yeah, me too.
Oh, go ahead. You go next then.
What Lamont Cranston is asking, what upcoming tech are you most looking forward to? I'd tell you, but I have to kill you.
Oh yeah, because NDAs.
And Marcos is asking, Marcos03450437 is asking, what is your PC setup? My PC setup at home is the 4770K Intel CPU on a G1 Sniper Z87 motherboard with 16 gigs of Kingston HyperX RAM and a Galaxy GeForce GTX 660 Ti Boost graphics card.
Do I have to answer that question? Because there's a lot of stuff I have to.
You would have to like narrow it down to just.
I'm just gonna, because I can't even remember the models of everything I have in there right now off the top of my head, but I know my.
Demand Duck asked me. He says, "How do I always somehow confuse you with my questions? You asked me what wheels would I put on my car. Were you talking about tires?"
Jenny's tired right now, so it's not you, D-Man. It's her. It's okay.
Yeah, if you could have true love. Oh, I skipped that part. Sorry. If you could have true love or your dream car, what wheels would you put on it? See, all I saw was if you could have your dream car, what wheels would you put on it?
Yeah.
because it seems to me like you asked me two separate questions. If I could have true love or my dream car, I don't think those two things are mutually exclusive.
Well, what if you loved your dream car?
Well, that would be true, but...
Okay, good. To like rush that question. No, you know what? I'm not even gonna answer it. I've talked about my computers too many times. Okay. Yes, I already answered your question about
Last question.
Last question?
Yeah.
Last question at the end? Okay. If you have to blah, blah, blah. Oh, they both asked us about true love.
Robin wants us to know, are you coming to the virtual LAN tomorrow? No, I'm sorry. I have a car thing to go to. It's Toyo Fest, or Torque, which is the Toyota Owners and Restorers Club. They have an annual event that is humongous. They throw it in Long Beach at the Queen Mary. And it's attended by, I think, over 300 enthusiasts, and Toyota and Lexus are both sponsors, and they have a lot of new cars there, so I'll get to see some awesome stuff.
Cool.
Additionally, one of my good friends from the scene was killed in a hit and run last weekend, and we're having a memorial service for him at Toyo Fest, which is appropriate and definitely something he would want.
Sorry to hear that, by the way, Jenny.
It's okay. I mean, it's not really, but...
Yeah, well, I know what you're trying to say. We also asked what our favorite car is. What's your favorite car?
My favorite car is the... Oh, gosh, it's so hard. You can't ask me. My favorite Japanese car, how about that? My favorite JDM car is the Mark IV Supra.
Okay.
And
so you pick a reasonable car then.
It would have to be a twin turbo. See, I always pick a car I could actually realistically own
I know
someday.
You do. No, I know.
I could say a Koenigsegg, but I'm never going to have one of those.
I was going to say a CCXR. God damn it. That literally was what I was going to say. This is not an act. I'm actually thoroughly disappointed that the one thing, I was like, yeah, I'm just going to pick something. And the reason why I was going to pick that car was because I love the way the doors like kind of like suction cup out, like, and they have these massive it's the
noise they make.
Yeah, and then they just rotate up. It's like Batman made a car for himself, and he's just like, I don't want that crazy armored thing to go over the top, but I want cool doors.
I want doors that I could open in a parking garage, even if some clown parked an inch off my mirror. I could still be like, whatever, I can get my car.
But clowns typically drive small cars, Jenny.
This is true. But they also drive small cars with all of their chunky friends inside.
Yeah, and they're gonna hit
every single one of
door
them
with their door.
Yeah.
It's gonna get dinged. There's no doubt in my mind. I don't want to go too much further.
Story time.
What?
Story time.
Story time.
Yeah, let's go to the stories. You're right. We're now 42 minutes in past the hour. You guys are watching the Alt+Tab show, and we've actually stopped doing reminders like that. I think it's probably because we figure you guys know it says it in the title.
I think if you tuned in and you're literate.
Yeah. Ches wants to know what show it is. Somebody in chat tell Ches what show it is real quick. Okay, so
forgot.
I think I just belched in the mic. I'm sorry.
And I coughed at the same time.
Okay, good. Thank God. I shouldn't have even said anything. I'd have been fine.
Paul farted, but he's
I did not.
Paul thoroughly refutes that.
He refutes that. I made that up.
I will let you know if I've heard.
He will tell us.
I want a random comment from Paul, like a tweet or something. It just says like I've passed gas, guys, in this like really nice way of saying it. Okay. So there is now an HD live stream of Earth that is available 24/7 from the space station, and I'd made a joke about this internally to a friend that had sent me an email, Steve Weller. For those of you who know him in the industry, he's like, he knows freaking everybody, this guy. So he shot me a message about how there was now I'm going to explain to you a story because I don't have it in front of me. I apologize. But Oculus Rift, guy's wearing it. He's got a DJI Phantom with binocular-style dual webcams at the bottom of it, and essentially allows someone to fly it, or the person who's got the Oculus to fly it, and then wirelessly transmit to both left and right LCDs what it sees. So you get binocular vision causing that 3D effect while it's able to fly. So you're kind of like getting to see stuff as if you're flying, which is really, really cool. That's not me, is it?
No, it's me.
Okay. So hold on, let me get this real quick. Let me just pause the stream real quick. I've heard Twitch is going to allow pausing soon, so.
Put it on mute.
Yeah. So anyway, so my idea was like, that's great that it's on the DJI, but to be honest, I'll probably just vomit because I don't want to be completely disoriented while someone else is flying me, and I probably won't be able to fly it very well. So I was like, why don't we throw it on like different places across the world, like different landmarks, like the Eiffel Tower or something. That probably is distasteful, but something that would be okay to put on there. So I could just, like, any given time, you could just log in and maybe wait in a queue to show like your version, so you're controlling it, but everybody could watch it with their Oculuses. Yeah, that was my idea. And then I was like, the crown jewel would be the ISS, the International Space Station, but they freaking beat me to it. And then they're using Ustream. I don't know. I feel like it should be Twitch. It shouldn't be, I know, but I have my desires and my loyalties. Yes, thank you. This next story I'm actually really excited about, Jenny, and I really think you are excited about it too.
I am too, and I feel badly because we totally teased all of our viewers with Yoked this week. We called it Star Wars speculation, and then the only thing we speculated about was Lando Calrissian at the beginning.
You guys like that. You
guys
got
fell
yoked.
for it.
Yoked in the first 10 seconds.
Yep. And then we found out later, after the Yoked episode was all shot and done and into the can and everything, that the Star Wars Episode 7 cast was announced.
So it was like, whoa, that's going to throw you guys a curveball.
Yeah, that we joked about Star Wars and then the cast was announced later that day. It's because we're psychic.
So Jenny, who is on duty for this movie? Who's
a bunch
been
of people
casted?
I've never heard of.
Harrison Ford, who the hell is that?
Yeah, who's that guy?
Mark Hamill. I haven't seen that guy since Star Wars.
Hell of a skater, though.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Jay and Silent Bob would be good too.
He was in Jay and Silent Bob.
Oh my God, yeah. Carrie Fisher. So basically, names you've heard before. Han Solo's Han Solo, the old version now. Luke's the Luke that you think he would be. Yeah. He's old now.
We're gonna have Chewbacca with a walker.
Princess Leia she will look like she is the age she should be at this point. I think Peter Mayhew was the original. No, who's the original Chewbacca? Somebody, anybody.
Google.
Somebody help me out in the chat.
Somebody in the chat, get the Google on.
Anthony Daniels is C-3PO still, so that's good. Kenny Baker is R2-D2. Wait, did I just read the original cast like an idiot? No, I didn't. Okay,
yes,
most of the old gang will be back. No, it says most of the old gang will be back, so I quoted it properly.
Okay.
There are some new actors.
But
there we go.
They haven't named like what characters they're playing. There's exactly one new female cast member.
Those sexist bastards.
Okay. JJ,
so they're probably not going to be allowed to have bras
I had
on,
higher hopes for you.
Yeah.
If Josh Whedon had taken it over, you know we would have had a kick-ass freaking ninja female Jedi.
Yeah, he would have pushed.
Amazing.
Yeah, and actually there are. Okay, I don't want to ruin it if no one's watched the books.
Okay, so
read the books.
John Boyega, I have no idea who that is. Daisy Ridley, I have no idea who that is. Adam Driver.
John.
I don't know who you are. Oscar Isaac, I do know who that is.
Daisy.
He is very good.
He is? I'm catching up to you. Adam. Oh, I recognize that face. He's in this show Carrie watches.
Girls?
Girls, yes.
Because it's at the bottom of the screen.
Oh. It's like, damn, she's good.
Oscar Isaac, he was Standard Gabrielle in Drive, if you ever saw Drive, which I did, which is amazing. And he's also done a couple other indie films that I'm really fond of.
Oh, okay.
He's a very, very good actor.
Is he a handsome man?
Total chameleon.
Is he a handsome man, though? Because I don't know. I can't tell. The eyebrows are kind of throwing me off a little bit. I'm not really sure.
I would call him unconventional.
Unconventional.
I don't think he's
Oh, wow.
looking.
Is this a handsome man?
That is Andy Serkis.
His name is pronounced Serkis.
You didn't
I didn't
know
want to pronounce
Gollum.
that. Yeah, no, I know. I recognize him as Gollum, but I'm just saying, like, I didn't realize. I never actually knew his name. I was like, oh, there's Gollum. Yeah. And he would always do that cough. And hack up crap. It was freaking me out when he did that. I always used to.
I don't really recall this guy, but he played one of the brothers, the older Ron, help me, Weasley. One of the older Weasley children in the Harry Potter movies.
Yeah. Okay.
And then he's had a couple bit parts here and there, and so he's going to be in it.
Nice. And related to Jackie Gleason.
I think he may be related to Obi-Wan in the storyline. I don't know. He looks a bit like Ewan McGregor and Sir Alec Guinness. So.
Max von Sydow. Please tell me this
every Star Wars movie is not complete without an old guy spelling out exposition for us. So Max von Sydow.
This guy has to be the Emperor. This guy has to be. I know the Emperor is killed, but I'm just saying, like, I want him to be some kind of a dark Sith somehow. because he's such a nice, likable guy. You got to throw him a...
He's either going to be the bad guy or the good sage guy.
Yeah. Well, if they follow the books, then Luke should be in charge of his own order. And I don't think that there's any other Jedis that are alive. There's a bunch of them that they go out and find because people continue to get born that have the ability to harness the Force. But spoilers, by the way. Sorry, I don't know if you guys ever plan on reading the books or getting the audio book, but I recommend it because it's really good. Yeah, no, it's really good. There's this really good scene. All right, I'm gonna.
They've said that the new movies are only going to be based on
the existing universe, so not the expanded universe then.
Won't be, and not going to be based on any books that have been written.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, I'm still going to tell you something I think is cool.
Yes.
There's a Jedi that was like okay, he's not a Jedi. He's a dark Jedi, but he's enhanced genetically, so he's massive. He's like 10 feet tall, and he also has this cyborg implant in his brain to allow him to do extreme focus on the Force. So he can do massive fights where he's picking up large boulders and spinning them around, and it's just the way they make this scene in this particular part of the book in the series made me want this to be a movie so bad. Clearly it's not going to be, but maybe JJ will have read the books for some, you know, some pointers. I don't know. But yes, I would like that to happen. That would be really cool. I am a Star Wars nut, so make it happen. Okay, I somehow... How did I get 2 stories back to back?
I don't know.
Do you want me to just do this one? No, this is you. This is you.
Story.
This is you. Okay, good.
Yeah, Mercedes announces an affordable car.
What? No, they didn't. Who is Daily Tech? That's not legitimate.
Reasonably affordable electronic vehicle that uses Tesla's powertrain, $41,000 B class, which tells you exactly what they think of it right there.
Yeah.
It looks like what my dad would call an empty nester mobile.
What's an empty nester mobile?
It's a car that people who... It's a big car for people whose children have moved out.
Oh, an empty nest.
Yeah.
Okay,
like
now I follow.
People who have an empty nest, they go out and they buy these giant cars. And before, I mean, when they had kids at home, they probably drove like something normal size, like a Civic.
Yeah.
And then they go out and they get like the mid-range SUV uselessness.
Wouldn't this like serve you better as a parent,
the kids
though?
They don't have anymore.
Wouldn't this serve you better though as a parent to have something bigger, 4-door? You know,
I don't understand it.
Why would you?
I don't know.
I almost feel like it was like a bickering battle between the spouses, and they decided to themselves, you know what, I'm gonna get that. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. The stream completely locked up, but we are alive and well.
Everybody picnic. Yes. Yeah. And Nick, you cracked me up.
Nick Fenton is the embodiment of humor in written form. He just, every time he has something to say, it's always freaking funny, man.
Speaking of, he tweeted to us.
Yeah. Oh, he did?
Do we dare read?
Yeah. Do it. Oh, is it? Okay.
Greetings, Stove and Jemmy.
Stove. Stove down.
Do you pref X-Fire solid state driver or 1250 watt RAM supply? I am build big comp for local and help.
Nick is currently in Amsterdam right now, and I'll tell you he's not sober. No, he's not. I'm just saying that. He could be in Colorado, too, either one. Yeah, so...
And not sober there as well.
No, he's sober in Colorado because that's where they're looking for him. All those people he's always worried about looking for him. I'm just kidding. I have no idea. Just working with it. Oh, Skanda Raj has an awesome picture. It's just
retweeted it.
You did?
Yes.
I will retweet that then too.
We will retweet it as well.
It's a picture of his triple monitor setup, and he's got us full screen on every single monitor watching us.
I wish you had paused longer after you said it's a picture of his.
That's so good.
Longer break there would have.
Yeah. Oh God. Okay, we're gonna keep
devolving quickly here.
Yeah. Let's knock out the last couple things we want to say real quick, and then we can kind of mess around. I don't remember, but I know there's something.
Oh, that was you this time. Haha.
Was it?
Yes.
No, it wasn't.
Yes.
Lies.
It's not lies.
Eliza.
It wasn't me.
Eliza. Okay, Time.com has a great story. It's about New York City's plan to turn payphones into Wi-Fi hotspots, which, by the way, when was the last time you ever used a payphone? And the lines are already wired right to it. I mean, why not just set it up for internet? Everybody's going to be happy. You're going to like walk down the street and actually have internet. In fact, in New York, living there for a short period of time, I was able to use Cablevision's internet service, which had access to their Wi-Fi network, which we're talking like just standard like 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi that you could just hook up to if you were at a train station, which there are tons of. I don't think it leads into subway stations too, but depending on where you were at, they covered almost every single train station on the island, on Long Island, which was awesome because you could just be waiting at a stop and actually have fast internet connection. But having that in New York's main city, in the city as they say, Manhattan, that would be awesome to have. So I wish more places did that. I wish Wi-Fi was available via hotspots and more. I mean, I'm talking stupid Starbucks or like wherever you would normally go, like to eat or drink something, and then you get Wi-Fi. And I'm going to a park, and I might just get something I want to watch real quick, or record a video and I want to upload it. That would be so cool to do, right? And also not eat into your data plan that is it's limited, unlimited data. It's so ridiculous. Anyway, go ahead. What were we going to say?
No, that's really cool, and I'm glad that they are putting to use, you know, wiring that's already in existence and stuff like that. But it's a good civic project, and I think it would be a good thing for like LA. Could definitely.
Oh, totally, right? Yeah, no, but hookers are still using those right now, so we can't do that. Pimps and hookers need those, and we take those down. And where are they going to call where they're not going to get in trouble?
Yeah, when their prepaid cell phones run out.
Prepaid cell phones at 7-Eleven. That's another really good point. Okay.
I used to love it though in crime shows when they would track down the criminal through the payphone records. That kind of thing. They'd always get the payphone records. I was like, gosh, payphones, man.
They're so dirty.
Criminals use them, and that's how we catch criminals.
Hey,
but also,
Breaking Bad.
Colin Farrell, early on in his career, did a movie that was really, really excellent with Kiefer Sutherland called Phone Booth. And
oh,
it was a 60-minute little suspense flick where he was stuck at a phone booth, and it was actually really kind of a brilliant movie because you're watching a guy on the phone stuck at a phone booth for an hour, and you're entertained every single minute.
Yeah.
It was really, really good.
I didn't watch it because no offense, I actually thought it was stupid. I thought it looked stupid. Yeah, I didn't watch it, but I'm sure it's a good movie.
I mean, you could see how you would think it was.
Yeah, because I don't know. Wasn't there like gunshots or something? Like he's like has to stay on the phone or otherwise he'll get killed or something.
Of the Blockbuster movie where it's like Shooter or something where the guy's stuck in the phone booth and the guy watching him is gonna kill
Is that the same video?
No.
Yeah. No.
No. This is just like a comedy one or something. Isn't
Well,
it?
at least we can all agree the video I'm talking about.
It was a suspense. It was a thriller.
Okay.
And he's kind of like, basically Colin Farrell is an asshat, for lack of anything better to say.
We'll bleep that out later.
And he's being taught a lesson by this guy who gets him stuck on this phone, and he has a sniper rifle, and he gives him instructions, and he has to call his girlfriend and tell his girlfriend he's been cheating on her and all kinds of stuff like that.
I swear it's the same movie. I swear it's the same movie. You're telling me it's not, and I swear it's the same movie.
Isn't the one you're thinking of?
Anyway.
What do you want from me, Ches? You're not gonna get it.
Yamuda at 9Babo on Twitter has sent me an article on Jalopnik called "The Sedan is Dead." Thank you for that. I will give it a read. It looks really interesting. Basically about the transformation of the automotive industry, getting away from making sedans and into these crossover vehicles.
Love you too, Jay. Jay's 2 cents just sent me a text. He's like, buzz, buzz, buzz. Love you, man.
Oh.
That's literally what he said.
That's funny.
Now he's going to be like, I didn't say that shit. I would never say I love you, dude.
Did he text you? Like on
yeah, he literally texted me, yeah.
Oh.
He loves to do that because he knows if he catches me at a point where my phone's down like this, it's going to buzz like crazy and distract me. And he loves to do it. He'll do it like 5-6 times normally. He's actually been really good. It's right at the end of the show, so now he's just messing around. Oh, boy. What's your opinion on the best CPU? God, stupid reminder. What's your opinion on the best CPU and graphics card for around 900 first PC build, please? Let me look at some of the numbers and come back to you on that. because I don't actually know current prices on everything. But maybe Paul or Jenny could tell me what they would go for $900 for a PC, what you would pick for your CPU and your graphics card.
Graphics card for $900. For $900, I'd probably do the Intel i3 that has the 3.4 gigahertz clock on it, and I would also do the PNY 660 Ti.
That's right, because you just recently bought
I
a
actually
660.
just recently, well, it's a good card.
Yeah.
And
Ti is end of life.
End of life?
A 760 or 770 probably better.
So you get better support of 760 or 770, but the prices of them went way high last week, in the last couple weeks, So I feel like a 660 would probably still serve well on a budget build for a while, but depending on what you spend on your other components, you could probably bump the GPU and definitely err on the side of RAM. Like
extra RAM?
Extra money into
PC
RAM,
Perspective has been like really pushing for quality PSUs. I didn't actually read why they said that. It was just on one of their most recent podcasts. But I was going to actually mention, I know it's much lower than your current budget, but maybe like an APU from AMD and then rock that for a minute and then hold on to your money, wait for a little bit. Next generation of graphics cards comes out, buy another graphics card or buy a graphics card, a discrete card, and run that. I think you'd probably be okay with that. I was always more about advising gamers when they're purchasing stuff, my friends in general, before I started working at Newegg, that you should buy the things that are least volatile in terms of pricing, which used to be memory, but memory seems to be pretty stable now at a high price, which sucks.
Well, I just did my brother's computer for about, I think it was like total budget on that was like $850.
Okay.
For his.
Nice.
And yeah, I wish that I had put more into RAM.
What did you get him again? 8? Did you get him 8 gigs?
Yeah, I just did an 8 gig kit.
Okay. Well, I mean that's not horrible, but if a good starting point is get the 8 and then get another 8. I think that's okay.
I think I would have rather just started him with a 16 and then let him get a better GPU later.
Oh, right. Leave it up to him to upgrade the graphics card. Yeah, that's not bad. D-Man Duck, I'm sorry that the stream is lagging for you. Because you're uploading 2 at the same time? Well, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. Why would you do that?
Why are our problems becoming, or why are your problems becoming our problems?
He's not. He's just.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That was sarcasm.
Okay. You got to add I'm kidding after that, just so he knows.
I have to say just kidding after everything I say when I'm just kidding, because people think I'm serious all the time, way too often.
Yes. What, Ches?
message are we sending Linus? Some suggestions were Call of Spacey.
Call of Spacey? I like that.
Call of Spacey.
Call of Spacey is funny, and I think he'll get that. He'll get at least the reference that we're talking about Call of Duty with Spacey in it.
It's the Call of Spacey.
Okay, I'm just trying to speed through and just see if there's anything else I can announce real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, one thing I wanted to announce was that PC Perspective, they have a nice little virtual LAN that they're throwing tomorrow. I am going to play there. It should be fun. There's going to be a TeamSpeak channel or a TeamSpeak server that everybody's going to pile into. There's going to be a ton of prizes, actually. Newegg is not officially involved with it, but I'm just a fan of PC Perspective, so I want to go. And if you guys are too and you want to just game with some people, I recommend it. I know you're busy. Ches, what about you? Do you have any time? You want to jump in? Okay. There's a link on my Twitter that I will retweet again, and you guys can click that link. It's just a link straight to the forums. Register at PC Perspectives forums, and then post to that particular post saying that you want to be going or do you want to join. It would be a lot of fun, and I'd be kind of cool to play with you guys. So, Paul, are you gonna come? You gonna come along? God dang it! I keep forgetting. Paul's building a computer this weekend, specifically Saturday. And that would mean he can't come.
But Steve's going to ask him 4 more times anyway, just in case.
But just in case he can't. Paul, you're going to... No, I'm just kidding.
All right, well, this has been fun, Steve, but I really have to go get back to the construction project happening in the other room.
I understand that. I will support you with that by not going over there. No, I'm just kidding. I'll go over there and help you out, too. That'll be fun. But thank you guys, actually, also for supporting us always with everything we do.
Thank you.
Yes, we're so thankful of everything that you guys do with us and having fun with us and hopefully laughing at some of my lame jokes. Jenny's jokes are better so you just laugh at those naturally. Thank you guys.
Tell your friends. Get your friends to come to the live stream. They're going to can us. Come on.
They're not going to can us. But yes, but definitely tell your friends. That'd be awesome.
Guilt.
No, positive reinforcement. Thank you for coming, and if you want your friends to come, that'd be awesome.
Tell your friends to watch, or we're going to get fired.
Thank you guys, but we will see you guys very soon, so take care. Don't forget
Steve
we
will
have
sleep on
our
your couch.
Yes. What are we doing next week? It's just Tuesdays and Thursdays are standard yokes. Wednesdays the Alt+Tab. Oh my God, the Q&A. The Q&A question and answer show that we do. You can always email us at qnegg@gmail.com.
Or tweet to us.
That's right, tweet. Actually,
at Q&A.
You have something special now, right?
Yes, we're trying to reinstate the question of the week thing. And so if you want your question to be among the candidates for question of the week, you have to send it into the Twitter.
Yes.
Not to the email.
And to that end, we are not rewarding you guys with anything other than a gold star and a pat on the back.
Yes,
because
and a mention.
You guys are awesome. Yes,
you're awesome.
mention. And you get your question answered on top of that.
Because we can't get our acts together with like mailing stuff out.
Mailing stuff is not fun, I'll tell you that firsthand.
We are not good at it.
But thank you guys again for all of your patience and this incredibly long outro. But you guys have yourself an awesome weekend. And go watch the tech and watch, what is it? Linus Tech Tips. You should go watch that. That's probably starting. The WAN show. Thank you very much. We can see you guys very soon. Bye-bye.